Broadcasting from New York, New York. It's Grant's Rants, Hollywood Talk.
Coming to you from Granny June's kitchen, we're reacting to the slap and, more importantly, Liza Minelli at the Oscars. I'm ranting about the RHONY reboot, Granny tells off Andy Cohen, something is up with Wendy Williams, and we're talking about The Bold and the Beautiful's 35th anniversary episode. That and more, starting now. Let the ranting begin. It has been a minute. I have not been able to do the podcast for a lot of different reasons, mainly because I've been busy and just been taking on other things. But, you know, I'm here. I'm currently in Rhode Island, and I am with Granny June. Welcome to the podcast once again.
Hi, everybody.
And
I haven't been around for too long either. I was in the hospital for a while with a stroke, but I'm okay now.
Yep.
I'm doing pretty good, so I'm glad to
Cheated
be
death
back.
for the third time.
Yep, yes.
So we're lucky to have you back on the podcast.
Yeah,
know.
might be the last one I'm doing. Who knows?
Who knows? The same here. Who knows? I'm just trying to, be a little more present in life and just do this when I can. There's been a lot going on, but ultimately, we have a little podcast here. There's a few things we have to discuss.
Yeah,
and we're ready to get into it. Let's talk about the Oscars. Now, by now, everybody has seen it. I'm not here to break any news. I have no interest in award shows. I never did. I'm not. I mean, they're so fleeting to me. These moments, they're here and gone in a minute. I don't care about who won what, who got snubbed where. I don't care about it. But we have to react to it. Why not? I want to get your take on things.
Well, those Oscars,
What?
they should be just for the people in the industry. Because nobody outside of the industry really cares who got what for what.
Mm-hmm.
Or who got who for what.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they should just be for the people that are interested like that. Now, if you're interested talking about what happened with that Will Smith.
Oh, yeah, we might as well, let's react to that. Yeah.
Okay.
What did you think of the slap?
My idea of Will Smith is that I never liked Will Smith. To me, he's a poor loser, and I remember, and I think that he way overreacted, and I think a lot of it was for publicity, maybe not, but look at all the publicity he's gotten since it happened. Mm-hmm. So he can cry all he wants afterwards and apologize, but he's still got all that publicity. It may not be good, but he's still in the limelight. If he was looking for attention, that got it, but it got him the wrong kind of attention.
Yeah, I don't want to misspeak, but I think there was some type of tweet or an Instagram that they were joking that they were there to cause trouble afterwards or something. I don't know how true that is, but I caught that. It just seems like to me, it was a bad look all around. I wanted to see the reaction that people were going to give this. I thought the women of The View, first of all, I thought they were going to defend him, and I was waiting for them to really victimize Jada and oh, Jada, she suffers from alopecia. Oh, he's just defending his wife. I thought they were going to go that route, but for the most part, they all really denounced his actions, and I think they should have. I think it's good that people aren't really defending him. He does have his defenders, but I view this as with people with the way I view Donald Trump, where I just feel I don't want to hear any defense of it. I don't want to hear a defense of Will Smith the way that people defended Trump's certain tweets and actions. I just don't want to hear it. I don't think that it's a defensible thing. I think it's a bad look for him. I really don't care about him either way. I'm not on anyone's side in this other than I think it was wrong. And I'm glad that people are looking at this and saying, yes, he has work to do on himself. That was an incorrect reaction. I'm glad that he's not being celebrated for it. And I thought that the narrative would be he's just defending his wife, let him do what he wants to do. But I'm glad that people are saying, no, this isn't the right action here. And I think it's a really bad look for everyone involved. I mean, this could have been like the VMAs. This could have been like a small award show to have physical violence like this. You don't expect this out of the Academy Awards. It just makes everybody involved look bad. And you can imagine how awkward it must have been to sit in that room when he's calling out, yelling out, using the F word. You know, I mean, his voice echoed throughout the whole theater.
He's very, very immature, and he's got some definite personality problems. He really should be punished for doing what he did, even though he was standing up for his wife. But they claim that he and his wife don't have a very good relationship.
I think it's like what works for them, but
marriage.
Like they've talked a lot about their relationship. I think to a degree, like they've said a lot, like they not to a degree, quite a bit. People have speculated and had a lot of commentary on their marriage and their relationship and all that. So maybe this was a breaking point, but it doesn't defend. There's no defense, in my opinion, of this. No. So I really don't care too much about it. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was pretty shocking in certain ways, but also like, you know, this will be a blip on the radar screen in a week.
I mean, who really cares?
You know,
I mean, I don't care about him and his wife.
The only thing is,
I don't care about their marriage. I don't care about anything.
The only thing is, he screwed himself. He ruined the night for himself because this was supposed to be the biggest night in his career to win his first Academy Award, and it's tainted by this negative cloud of his own actions.
Yeah.
So it's a shame for everyone involved. It's just a bad look for the Academy, for Chris. I mean, Chris's joke to Jada was such a lousy crap joke. It wasn't funny. I don't really find him that funny.
No.
It was just to me like everyone looks bad in this. So
I really don't even know what he said that caused the uproar.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a poor joke about her appearance, which, you know, she does have the alopecia and all that. But, I mean, I would say also Will was laughing on camera. Of course, it affected his wife. But Will is a comedian. He started off as a funny guy on TV. Now he's this dramatic actor. But he knows the game of comedy. So that's another point, kind of, that's like, overreaction.
Yeah.
He should know. But anyway, they resurrected Liza Minelli.
Yeah. Now, how old is Liza Minelli that she had to be resurrected?
Well, she's 76.
Oh, well, to me, that's young. But I can't... When I saw Lady Gaga taking her out, Lady Gaga was dressed to the nines.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all gussied up with the hairdo and everything. Now, I think Lady Gaga is furthering her career by taking care of the elderly. Like she took care of Tony Bennett and became so close to him. And now Tony Bennett is like out of the scene because he's got Alzheimer's and he's not performing anymore. So now she's adopted
Liza
Minelli, you know, and she's gonna go around with Liza now. And
I hope they do that. I don't know if Liza's up to it. I mean, I would like to see Liza do something, but I don't know if she could barely read the prompter. I mean, I think it was a combination. My personal take is that she was probably very, very nervous. And also, you know, she's got stuff going on. She's probably suffering from something, you know. I think it was a combination of both. Also, she's been kind of reclusive. She's not in the public eye very much, and that's like the biggest stage you can take these days.
Yeah.
Well, she's been nothing but praised for her help with this, with helping, reveal the Best Picture nominees and all that. I mean, she really is in that elite class now where she can't be criticized, and I feel this way. As when we talk about pop artists, I get reamed if I tell people that I don't really care for her current music. Gaga is on that level where you really can't talk against her. I feel like a lot of people are really, they ride hard for her, you know. So this really put her over the top, you
yeah.
know?
This made her in the angelic realm.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing is, with Lady Gaga, it's okay that she teamed up with Tony Bennett, and now she's taking Liza Minelli under her wing. I don't know for how long or what, but she really doesn't have to. She's very, very talented on her own. She doesn't need any more gimmicks, and she doesn't need any more elderly to get her further along in the business. And maybe she's doing it for the right reason, but to worry about taking Liza Minnelli out on the stage, well,
I feel the same way. I feel like Gaga takes on all these gimmicks, and I'm tired of the gimmicks myself. I don't know. I enjoyed the stunts in the beginning. I love a good stunt, but like now it's like, you know, I kind of agree. Her career stands on its own, and I think that she's part of that like elite class of celebrities that are just like the Oprah level, where they're just untouchable.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's, you know, everyone's up for a debate. This is Grant's Rants. We're all here to, you know, to share our opinions, but I feel like I got to be really careful with her because Gaga is on this level now, you know, and I don't know. So good for her, I guess. But I do like that the Oscars recognized Liza 50 years from winning her Oscar for Cabaret for Best Leading Actress. So I'm glad that they gave her an opportunity to do it. And it was good to see her, I guess, because she's been so reclusive. But I don't really know what else to say about the Oscars. I'm kind of out of it. I think I made a tweet. I was like, I don't even have an opinion really about this. I feel like I should, but I don't.
The Oscars have gone their time. It should be just something for the entertainers alone.
Yeah, I think a lot of these shows could be like a dinner show. You know, like you give the awards while you're having dinner. Or, you know, it doesn't need to be such a spectacle because the ratings aren't there. I don't know how this one did. Usually I look at the ratings. I didn't for this one.
They're boring.
And aren't they like 3 to 4 hours long?
And that's why I say a lot of these awards are given to people in the industry alone that know them.
Well, the Mutual Admiration Society is on full display.
Yes. So, I mean, it should be just for them.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Real Housewives of New York City. I know you don't watch, but there's a big change happening. They're rebooting the original show, and there's going to be some spin-off RHONY throwback. I really didn't know how to feel about this. My initial reaction was, why? And then Andy Cohen gave an interview, and I was kind of like, why is this clown giving an interview? He's the one who's the executive producer of this show. They let these shows go to part, and then they wonder what happened to them. So he gave an interview to Variety. I read the whole thing. They talk about that Real Housewives of New York had a bad last season, but I don't think New York is as in dire shape as OC and sometimes Beverly Hills. But here's the thing now. Andy is going to say this new reboot of Real Housewives is going to be very diverse and multicultural, as it should be, and it should reflect the women of New York. But he's getting all this credit. But don't forget, he was one of the original creators and executive producers of the original. So why can't we hold him to the standard that the original wasn't diverse at all? Now all of a sudden we all have to celebrate the fact that he's going to give us a diverse slate of women. He should have done that all along. Why are we giving this man so much credit? There are a lot of people involved that are responsible for making these decisions, not just him. But in this article, I mean, it's like, I feel like he's getting praised the whole time, but I don't see him taking any credit for the fact that the show did poorly. There's the author, the journalist, she pushed him a little bit on where things went wrong. And he wrote it off saying, I think we've put last season of RHONY under so much scrutiny and trial that I just hate to rehash. Well, you got to take responsibility for the project and the show. I think that they let these shows die on the vine. It was never acknowledged that the show did poorly, as far as like on Bravo, because they didn't have a reunion. He spun everything in the press all along. He went on to say that They only had 5 housewives. Well, whose fault is that? You're the executive producer. They shot it during COVID. That's an excuse. They've shot tons of Housewives seasons now during COVID because it's been around for 2 years. And they've had good seasons and bad seasons. And I just thought it was crazy that now he is going to cash 2 more executive producer checks because he's got the OG version and now he's going to have the new version. So certain people only fail up.
Well,
End of rant.
my opinion of that is that this Real Housewives of New York, they've been on since 2008. Now, he's going with a different cast. I feel like saying to him, forget going with a different cast. All these housewife shows have run their gamut.
You think so?
People are really sick of them. They've become, in order to stay on and keep people interested, they've become more and more vulgar.
True. These shows have really gotten
and they've
dirty.
Said a lot of things that really shouldn't even be said on regular television. And I mean, he's trying to wring out what's left. And there's not much left. I feel like saying, Andy, it's over. You've pressured these shows and wrung them out until they're dry. Nobody is that interested in the housewives. Don't even bother trying to make... He's trying to make people excited about starting a new housewife. Well, it might be multicultural. So what? That's nothing new. That's been going on for a long time. And so, I mean, don't get so excited about an old concept because that's all you're doing. And these shows, you got to come up with something else, Andy.
Yeah.
You're going to have to use your brain.
Yeah.
And you can't play with the housewives for too much longer. Because all these housewife shows have all run. And now they're going to run away because I am not that interested anymore. I watched 2 or 3 of them. And as I said, I watched Housewives of Beverly Hills, which I'm not interested anymore. The Housewives of New Jersey, and they have become so vulgar.
Yeah, I haven't watched a frame of it.
I mean, if you have to take all these curves to make things last, then it's time to give up. You've had the easy road all these years. Now you got to use your brain and think of something else. Not just a new show of the same concept.
Well, I've been talking about Housewives now for 10 years, starting with AfterBuzz. And I have to say, I liked them in the beginning when it was more of the absurdity.
Yeah.
These shows have gone so down, in my opinion, that I don't enjoy them anymore. I actually didn't watch for a little while. I watched The Ultimate Girls Trip because that was a fun take on things, and it was not about drama. But when you look at New Jersey specifically, and a lot of these other shows, it's about destroying marriages. It's one show that one of the housewives was trying to out one of the sons in Salt Lake City. It's gotten so personal and below the belt.
Yes.
It's not fun for me to watch anymore. I don't need that heavy drama. I like the absurdity of these, people going on vacation or wearing an evil eye hat. I use that example all the time because that's the level of pettiness that I enjoy with my reality TV. This now with getting all these husbands involved and divorce and trying to set people up.
Yeah.
It's just too serious.
It's become very, very wicked in a way,
Because like you said at the beginning, they have to keep pushing the envelope, so they go lower and lower and lower. And now I knew at some point I would want to tap out, and I'm very close to that for the most part. Honestly, I'm gonna say it on the podcast. I kind of have. I don't enjoy it. It's not must-see TV for me anymore. I totally love the concept of the mindlessness of watching. I loved Ultimate Girls Trip because it was just like an easy watch. That I love. I love an escape, but I don't want to see people take down families.
Well, I mean, it's become vicious.
That's what I mean. I'm over it.
It's vicious.
Yeah, I want to have fun with the shows. Yeah,
He's making money on people's problems. That's what it's come to.
Yeah, and now he's going to add another credit to the resume
Yeah,
by
yeah.
keeping the old ones around to keep them fighting on the sidelines.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Yeah. Well, that was I was interested to get your take. We're more or less aligned. Let's talk about Wendy Williams. There's not a lot that we know that's going on here with her health.
No, I haven't watched Wendy Williams in a long time. But she has that myasthenia gravis, whatever that is.
Oh, the Graves' disease.
Oh, Graves' disease.
Yeah.
Yeah, Graves. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I mean, that's been an issue with her, but she's still been able to
But she had
perform
COVID,
and yeah,
COVID also.
yeah.
And I don't.
It's messy. She created her own Instagram and she's on there naming names and Lori Schiller and all these people that are trying to get her money. They're trying to put her in a conservatorship allegedly.
Yeah.
And I just felt so bad for her because she had the biggest platform in New York radio. Then she had one of the biggest talk shows, that huge platform, and now she's reduced to defending herself on Instagram. And I feel bad for her.
Yeah, they're claiming that she's not right mentally, She got paid $4 million a year for the show. And I used to like Wendy Williams. I used to get a kick out of her.
Yeah.
And I don't know what she means when she keeps saying she wants her money. She wants her money.
Well, apparently they've iced her out from her accounts. She can't even look at simple statements and things. It's a messy situation. It looks like people turned on her that were close to her. But it's very unclear in my point of view.
Is this another Britney Spears kind of thing?
It could go that way. It looks like probably not of her personhood, but it could be a conservatorship of her estate, which means somebody manages her money but she wants access to it. Now, I don't know where she is mentally. I'm not a doctor. I do have a friend that worked on her show, and they said that it was always kind of a fear that she would go take it too far. She was definitely kind of a little bit off. I guess that's the right word to say. She's a special kind, a little bit off. But does that warrant a conservatorship? I mean, I don't think really much does. I'm not really for them, as you know, with Free Britney and all that. There's just a lot we don't know about this, but the show, she's just been, I mean, it's weird. You go on the Instagram, you watch the show, her face is still there, but she hasn't been on the show. And they've had a bunch of guest co-hosts. Yeah. I've watched some. Now, one I did not watch was Sherry Shepherd. Now, she's going to be the new, I guess, full-time replacement. Yeah. I mean, then they're saying that Wendy can come back when she's ready. I don't know. How does that work contractually, especially if they're rebranding the show? But I don't care for Sherry. I used to goof on her all the time on this podcast. Whatever. I think she's like a good fit for the hot topics and all that. But it's not a draw for me.
I don't care for Sherry Shepherd. I haven't been following her ever since she was on The View. So that's a long time ago.
Well, I think this is a better platform for her than The View because I think she has more, pop culture savviness than news savviness. I mean, she was going over on The View. I mean, the earth is flat. I mean, weird things over there, to say the very least. She wasn't really the perfect voice for that type of talk. But over at Wendy, I feel like she could have a good time. But I don't know. I feel bad. I'm not going to watch Sherry. It's just not my thing. But I would like to see Wendy come back and at least finish out a season and then have her formal send-off versus just kind of disappearing the way she has. I think it's a terrible way to end your career. I feel for her on that side of things.
Yeah.
She went on GMA and she gave interviews and that she was of complete sound mind and body and that she only needed 2 to 3 months until she would go back. If she only needed 2 or 3 months, they wouldn't have given a contract to Sherry. So something is up. There's a lot we don't know, but I think there's a lot more to this.
Probably is, and we probably won't know either what it is.
Well, let's talk about more television. I'll just say what I'm watching. Basically, I'm watching this show Love and Beth. It's Amy Schumer's show on Hulu. I'm about 2.5 episodes in. I think I should quit while I'm ahead.
Uh-huh.
I thought it would be funny. It's about an older millennial. It's very relatable. But I'll be honest with you, I don't want to watch anything relatable. I just want to relax and have a laugh and escape. I know the reality of what it is to live as a millennial. I know what it is to live in New York. I just don't enjoy the show. I think I should quit while I'm ahead. I haven't laughed once.
Yeah, I can't see the laughability in any of these new so-called comedy shows.
Yeah, because they're all like dark comedies.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything funny about them.
Now, what are you watching? Should we discuss The Bold and the Beautiful?
Oh, The Bold and the Beautiful. It's
Limping along, if you ask me.
It's going along. You know, it's the same characters all the time. They just keep playing musical chairs with each other. Now, of course, the evil one is back.
Sheila. Yeah.
But
Go ahead.
They keep playing over and over what she did with the liquor bottle. You know, we know that. We know she changed the label.
It is so redundant.
About so many times. We know that she changed the label. And of course, you know, they're playing up Brooke. She is so it's like almost as if she committed murder.
Oh, I know.
Just because she took a drink, and you know, and of course it was done by.
Deacon, you've got people in their 50s arguing about kisses and all this. It's so absurd and not
really
even in a good
is.
way. It's just kind of in an eye roll way.
Yeah.
Now, they had the 35th anniversary episode. I know you're a fan of Jack Wagner. He made an appearance.
Yeah, but I mean, Jack Wagner in that white uniform. I mean, what the hell was that all about?
Well, he was, I guess, a sailor. He was introduced as a sailor, I believe, when he was introduced on the show years ago.
Oh.
But they had this, just for those who don't know, who are still listening, they had an anniversary episode where one of the main characters had all the men in her life come back.
Yeah.
And they all got like a scene. And then at the end, they very awkwardly stood behind her.
Yeah.
And it was very weird. And not only that, the main man that she's with on the show, the real super couple of the show, they recast the actor, and the actor has no chemistry with this actress, and it just was very disjointed. I don't know. I thought the episode was going to be way better than what it was. To me, it was very, very elementary.
The only thing that got me at the end of that episode was the music. Unforgettable. Because that song was one of George's and mine favorites. Unforgettable.
Yeah, so you can relate to like the romance.
That kind of got to me. Not the couple that was dancing together.
Right.
Because that Ridge, if he doesn't clean himself up, I'm going to go over there with a razor myself. He always looks so damn grungy.
Yeah, he's not a leading man.
And he plays the whole role just by standing there and making facial he makes different kind of
faces,
facial whatever you call them. I mean, he doesn't say anything.
Reactions,
He tilts his head, and he makes either a little grin or a quizzical look, or he raises his eyebrows. And, you know, he gets through half the shows by all these facial expressions. Christ, I wish I could make money doing that.
Yeah, I'm sure he's getting paid well, too.
And sometimes he looks so bloated.
Well, yeah.
His face looks bloated, as though he hasn't slept good, or maybe he had a night before drunken party or something, because that's how he looks.
Yeah, he is. For a leading man on a soap opera, it's rough. I don't know why we look at the show out of loyalty, pure loyalty.
Yes, pure habit.
Yeah, I look at it so I can talk about it with you.
Yeah.
And because I love Sheila, but it's barely worth my time. I mean, really. I mean, it's like they recycle scripts, I swear.
I know it. Yeah. Well, it was nice getting together again. We don't know when it will happen again. Our lives are so diverse.
Yeah.
And you're busy, and I'm recuperating, but I'm doing well. And I'm glad I was able to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I could get back and say hi to the different people that listen.
Yeah, I feel like we picked up where we left off.
And maybe I'll be around for another one. Who knows?
Who knows?
I live from day to day, hour to hour.
Yeah, I know. And I've just been taking on other interests and trying to get settled. And it's been, a lot of different things to keep track of. So, the Grants Rants is a lot of work. So, I'm trying to keep all the balls in the air.
Okay, well, hopefully you'll hear from us again.
Thank you guys for listening. I'll be back with more rants.
This has been Grant's Rants. Follow Grant on Twitter and Instagram at It's Grant's Rants. Cover art created by RHONY. Original theme music by Alexander Arntzen. The Grant Michael Collection.